Hey guys, welcome back to No Catchy Name. It's me, Ella. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of February. Look at my shirt. Any other Stranger Things fans? Steve. I love Steve, of course. Everybody loves Steve. I got this yesterday, and I love it. Anyways, I thought I would hop on here and try to film a little bit of a video. I'm going to try to get it out tonight, but it might actually be tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Every time I have these plans to do a Sunday video, something happens. And I don't get to do the whole thing. But, yeah, the kids are at their grandma's. Devin's in bed because he has to work tonight. So I thought I'd hop on here and record a little bit of something. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday because I was trying to get some brown blanket yarn. Their yarn was on sale, but all the brown was gone, of course. It always is. I told Devin, I was like, I'm beginning to doubt the existence of brown yarn. Because any blanket, like size 6 brown yarn, is always gone. It's always out of stock. So, but they did have some Valentine's Day stuff still. And so I purchased these. These are like pony beads. They're Valentine's colors, and there's a few heart-shaped ones in there. They were $6.99, but they were on, I think, 75% off or something like that. 80 maybe. They were like $1 and something. So they're pretty low. I think they were 80% off. And then I got these cute little wood. They're like conversation hearts, but they're wood. And they were like 50 cents, I think. That was my phone. Let me check it real quick. Make sure it's not my mother-in-law. Okay, no, it wasn't. But yeah, anyways, we got a couple other things at Hobby Lobby, but now I can't remember what it was. Sissy got some stickers in the Valentine's section. I feel like there was a couple more things, but oh well, I can't remember. So, yeah, I bought a geode pattern. I showed it recently. I'm going to try to see about making one. And these were only like $1. I just won't use the heart-shaped beads. I'll pull them out and save them for other projects. But, yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to spin my wheel. I've been spinning my wheel. I've made a few things. They're hiding over here behind my computer. I'll show you those on Tuesday. But today I'm going to try to spin it. I just turned my computer on, though. It's been off for a few days, so it may take a while to boot up. But, oh, I did get some yarn at Michael's yesterday. I guess I can grab that real quick. Okay, also, you can see right here. Well, maybe you can't see it. Down there is a box of stuffing. I had to buy that. I got it at Walmart. It's $58 always at Walmart. And what's funny is that Joann's, rest in peace, it used to be like $100 and something, and then it would be on sale for $58. So it wasn't actually on sale. But either way, I got that at Walmart, and I got this one ball of yarn at Walmart. This is a burnout blanket, almond, right? Yeah. This is the one that I was making like demogorgons with, but it's a good light brown, super light brown, you know, it's like a good, companion with brown. There are some patterns that I purchased recently that I want to make, and I needed this color for one of them, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And then at Michael's, I went looking for brown yarn. They didn't have any brown demi-pearl, which I was hoping they had. They didn't have any brown Bernat. That's hard to say. Or anything else. I was looking at all of the brands, you know. But I did end up grabbing some yarn. I don't actually need any of these except one of them. The other ones were just impulse buys. So the one that I actually needed for a project is this purple. It's a Bernat blanket. It is called Shadow Purple. It's really pretty. Darker purple. And then I grabbed this Bernat baby blanket and baby lilac. Lighter purple. And then I grabbed 2 mysticals. I really like the mystical yarn. I was gifted some recently, and I used it up really quick. So I grabbed the yellow one, which is called, I got the wrong ball band on it. It says spearmint, but that's a green one. Actually, when I scanned it, it popped up a green one. And Devin was like, I wonder why it showed green, and that's because it's got the wrong ball band on it. Anyways, it's the yellow one. But it says spearmint. This is the wrong band. You can tell where they've taped it back on there. It must have been ripped off. And whoever fixed it didn't check to see if it was the right ball band. That's so funny. But anyways, it's the yellow one. I like it a lot. And then I also got a green one. It's not spearmint. It is fresh green. I think it's the darker one. I think spearmint's a lighter color green. But I thought this would be cute for some things. I don't even know. I had a yellow one gifted to me, and I made chicks with it. Chicks with hats. But I actually just made some of those, and I gotta make some more. So I don't know if I'll use this or not. And this green, I was thinking, you know, I make a lot of things that are green, so I could use it for a bunch of different things, like turtle body parts and things like that. I don't know. I just wanted them. I also put in 2 yarn orders. So I'll show those when they come. One is from Oriental Trading Company. I seen where they had big giant skeins of Big Twist plush. So I ordered some of that. And then I put in a Premier yarn order for a bunch of basic Chanel in browns. I got, I think, 3 different browns, 4 of each of them. Some of the tie-dyed and some purple and different colors. I think I got like 16 to 20 skeins. I can't remember. It was a lot. So I'll show those when they come. They're going to be coming at some point. Yeah, see, my computer still hasn't come up all the way. So when it does boot up, I'm gonna spin my wheel and maybe see what I'm gonna work on. I might veto whatever it lands on, because there's just some things on my wheel that I don't have all the stuff to make. So we'll see. But I'll show it whenever I do it. Okay, so I made a brontosaurus. Trying to find a needle. And the other day it'd be a lot easier. So I spun the wheel. As you saw, I had to do it on my phone because my computer was taking a year to get started. So I got brontosaurus. So I made one the other day and actually made another one the other day, a different other day. And so this one. So now I'm going to have 3 in my inventory, which is great because I do sell these a lot. They sell pretty well for me. I always embroider the eyes on these guys because it's typically little kids who pick them out. So I'll deal with this tail when I embroider the eyes, and then I use the other tails down that I leave at the bottom to close up any gaps from where I attach the legs or the tail to the body. There's sometimes a little gap, so I see, like right here where I attach the tail. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hole right there. So I always like to just fix that hole. And then there's a little yarn tail over here that I will close that little hole on the other side of the tail and then connect the ends together. So now I'm going to have 3 brontosauruses in my inventory. And I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it on my wheel one more time. And once I make, once I land on it and make a 4th one, I will take it off my wheel. But also, by the time that happens, I might be doing markets already. So, I might have to make more. Because these do typically sell really well for me. It's almost always small kids that pick them out. Like I would say, under, 5 and under year olds. Or a lot of times, parents pick them out. They like buy them as gifts. Intended for kids. Okay. Get these yarn tails in there. Alright, so I'll deal with this end when I embroider the eyes, and then there's the end down here. Always leave a long tail, because sometimes when I do the legs, there is a gap. Looks like there's only one this time. So I will close it up with my yarn tail and then weave my tail in. Yeah, I love this brontosaurus pattern. I have most of it memorized for the most part. I have it memorized from where I've done it so many times. This is a free pattern on Instagram by Kaylee Crochets. But I believe you can also buy a PDF version on her Etsy shop. If you can, I'll link them below. I gotta go get the kids in a few minutes. But this took me 42 minutes to make. Probably closer to 40, because maybe a little bit less than 40, because I had to stop and go grab my fiber field I left in the living room, and I went and got me a water. so around 40 minutes to make this, from start, which is the feet, to end, which is the tail. So now all I have to do is embroider the eyes on it, which I have a few more things I need to embroider eyes on, so I'm just going to throw that back there. I still have a ton of this yarn. I actually have 3 unopened skeins, and then this one of this yarn. It was gifted to me by my yarn friend Connie. Usually when I make a brontosaurus, right after I make a snake. So I'll probably sit down later and make a snake out of this. I don't know why I got in the habit of doing that, but every time I make a brontosaurus, I make a snake in the same color. Just because both of those things sell well for me, so it's always good to have a bunch of them on hand. So I'll probably sit down later and make a snake out of this. This is Burnout Blanket North Sea. I don't know if it's still a color you can get, but it used to be at Walmart. I never really look at the variegated yarn, so I don't know if it's still there. But yeah, so I have a ton of this left. So after this skein, I have 3 unopened skeins. So I'm just going to slowly make dinosaurs and turtles and snakes and things out of it until it's all used up. But yeah, so that's what I did today. I made brontosaurus. This is one of my go-to patterns, so I did have it printed out and put in one of these plastic protectors to keep in my binder, because I do it all the time. I've made so many of those. But now I got to go get ready to pick up the kids, because they're at their grandma's. And I was trying to get something done before I had to go pick them up. So I was sitting here watching YouTube videos the whole time I was crocheting. So I'm going to close all this stuff out and clean up my mess here and go pick up the kids. So if you have any questions or comments about the pattern, let me know. There is a tricky part about joining all the legs together, but I do have a video of that. So if you make this pattern and you are stuck on that one part, you can just email me and I will send you a link. It's a privately uploaded video, because it's not my pattern. But I had so many people ask me for help for that part, so I just made a video of it and I share it as people need it. But because it is a little complicated, that part joining the legs. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday in my No Kitchen episode. Bye guys.